Hi, my name's Kat. Thank you for joining me today for this slow flow yoga. It's accessible for everybody. Just go at your own pace. I try to keep it super slow so you can keep up with me fine. Don't worry about doing exactly as I do. Just find your own rhythm. Be kind to yourself. That is our intention today, is AHIMSA, which is kindness. If you have some blocks or something to prop yourself up at certain times may be helpful, but if you don't, I'm not going to be using them. Just find a position that works for you, and I hope you enjoy. If you enjoy, please share, please comment, please subscribe, and connect with me on social media as well. Explore Discover AU on Facebook and Instagram. Namaste. We'll start today just by sitting comfortably on your mat. You can sit on a pillow or a bolster if you have one, or a block if that feels best, or just cross-legged like me. Then close down the eyes. Begin to bring some awareness to the breath as it flows in and out of the body without any control. Notice its speed, its depth, its natural rhythm. Begin to feel into your heart space deep gratitude for this breath, for this exchange of life force, for every breath that comes in and nourishes the cell, and for every exhale that releases everything that no longer serves you. It's not something that we need to consciously ever think about. Our body, our natural intelligence just knows what to do. Feeling appreciation and respect for your breath. Feel each inhale and exhale. Feel that nourishment as it moves through the body. And by focusing on your breath, we become more present in the moment. We become aware of now instead of being lost in thought. We become the observer instead of the doer. And this is where we find our peace and calm our nervous system. And we open up the doorway to our intuition and sixth sense. As you notice the breath, also begin to check in with your five senses without judgment, just observing. We can feel the earth beneath us. We can feel the temperature on our skin. We can see the patterns and colors on the backs of the eyelids. And we can hear all the sounds around us. But go deeper. Can you feel, can you hear the vibrational frequencies all around you? Can you feel that natural energy, rhythm within you that radiates out? Can you see beyond the thoughts in the mind to something greater? Knowing that we are more than just this physical body. so much more. And even in our stillness, we have this rhythm, this vibration. Can you feel it? It may be like a circular motion, a wave, a pulse, a hum. What can you feel? The word yoga means union, oneness. We have the 8 limbs of yoga, which is the philosophy of yoga. Yoga is not just a stretch. It is a way of living. And those 8 limbs, the asana, the physical posture, is only one of those 8 limbs. The rest is the way we go about our lives, our ethics, and also trying to reach samadhi, which is the pure bliss state. So the one I want us to focus on today as our intention is one of the first limbs is our yamas. The practice of AHIMSA, Sanskrit word for kindness. As we flow through our sequence today, always come back to, am I being kind? Through my thoughts, through my actions, through my words, when you communicate with those around you. So stay in tune with your natural rhythm, for what your body is telling you. Try to stay out of the thinking mind where there is judgment and frustration and the need to achieve, to do. And instead just enjoy the flow in whatever way that is. No need to look perfect. Just AHIMSA. On your next inhale, and begin to reach the arms out to the side, all the way up overhead until your hands come together in prayer above. Exhale, hands come down through center in prayer. And we inhale up through center. And like a flower blooming, we exhale, open your arms and shine your light. Again, we inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down through center. Inhale up through center. And exhale, open wide. Once more, staying in tune with kindness, with your rhythm of energy, with your breath. The next time your arms come down, drop your chin towards your chest, blink and open the eyes, adjusting back to the light. And we'll begin to come forward into our child's pose. The knees are wide, toes together. Walk your hands forward. And spread your fingers and really connect to Mother Earth. We're going to bring your forehead down towards the mat, connecting if that's available. Lengthening into the spine, Still connected to your breath. We surrender in this moment everything that no longer serves you. Letting go of past and future. We are here, mind, body, spirit, now. And coming up onto your fingertips, push your chest a little deeper. Lift your chin, look forward. And walk your hands over to the left side. Bring your right hand on top of the left. And do a little rock of the shoulders, really stretching into that right side, down the side of the body. And walking all the way over to the other side, left hand on top. A little rock. Coming back to center. Walk the hands all the way back in towards you and turn your fingers outwards and back in. So it's a deep stretch into the front of the wrists. If it's too much, just raise your hips. Deepening the breath here. And then turn the hands around the other way, so push into the back of the wrists, fingers still facing in. And try and straighten the elbows a little bit. And release. Bring the hands, interlace, roll out the wrists. And back the other way. You can either bring the hands down behind you. If your knees don't like this flexion, you can be here. So tilting the pelvis, your pubic bone comes forward, hands to your back, just open up the chest, or if you're low, fingers in, same thing, shoulders back, little tilt of the hips, and lift. And release. Come into a tabletop position, hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with hips, just roll out those ankles. And back the other way. And reground. We exhale. Begin to scoop the belly round the spine. And inhale. Drop your belly, open the chest and lift the chin. Exhale, round. Push your hands through the earth. And inhale. Spread your sit bones. Chin up. Now hold here. This time we're going to try and maneuver from your tailbone. So one vertebrae at a time, your tailbone tucks under. Then your middle spine begins to round, then your shoulders, then your head drops. And then we go back the other way. Your tailbone begins to stick up, your middle back begins to drop, your shoulders begin to drop, and your chin lifts. Then back the other way, starting with your chin. Chin comes down, shoulders begin to round, middle back, and then your tailbone tucks under, hold, chin begins to come up, shoulders begin to drop, middle back, and then the sit bones come up. Forward, one normal one, we exhale, round, and inhale, release back up, and come back to neutral, which is halfway between those 2 points. Gentle engagement into the belly. I'm going to lift the left leg up and the right arm forward. You can either balance here, or we're going to add some movement where we bend the elbows and the knee out to the side and extend, and then keep them straight. We go out to the side and back to center. Now the bend the knee and the elbow and extend, keeping straight, open, and back to center. Drop that back foot down with the toes curled under. Reach to the sky with your right arm And then thread it all the way under. See if you can bring your head down to the floor. So we're stretching into the back of the shoulder. Deep breath here. We'll gently come back up into your twist. And release the hand back down. Push your heel back until you feel that stretch into the back of the calf. If you don't feel anything, you can always lift up a little. And release, bring it back in. Reset, firm into the belly. Lift your right leg, left arm. On your exhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee. Reaching forward. Straight out to the side. Back to center. Again, bend. And extend. Open. Back to center. Drop that back foot down, flexing the foot. Inhale, twist open. And exhale, bring your arm all the way under, head to the floor, stretching into the back of the shoulder. Inhale, open. And exhale, hand comes down, push your heel back into that calf stretch. And drop it down. Great. Curl those toes under and try and sit back onto your heels. Once again, if this isn't very comfortable, stay up. It's not meant to be comfortable for the feet. They're stretching out underneath the toes and the top of the feet. All right, let's inhale, reach the arms up, turn the palms away and exhale all the way around. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Then we go back the other way. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Once more. And reaching the arms out wide. One arm's going to come behind with the back of the hand against your spine or your lower back. And then that top hand coming down to pat yourself on the back. If your fingers connect, great. If they don't, wherever you end up is fine. Just holding here. Deep breath. AHIMSA. And gently unwind all the way out, other side. And gently unwind. And bring the hands back down. You can tap out those toes. Let's come up to our first down dog. So our upside down V shape. We pedal out the feet. So one heel down and then the other. Having the hands and the feet about hip distance apart. And then bend into your knees, push your chest back towards your legs, really lengthening the spine and sticking your sit bones up to the sky. Now trying to keep that straight spine. Drop your heels down as far as you can without rounding the back. And shift forward into a high plank. So the shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Drop your knees down. Now our chaturanga practice, the elbows come in nice and close to the rib cage. Lower the chest down. Roll your shoulders back and down. Ground through the hips. We inhale into a cobra. And exhale, release. Push into your hands all the way back up into that half plank. We'll try that one more time. Exhale, down, elbows in. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, open your heart. And exhale, all the way back up. Keep the knees together. Come into our traditional child's pose. Your arms come down by your side, forehead to the earth. Relax your body. Return back to your focus of the breath. One more deep breath here. And bringing your arms forward again, we'll come back into that down dog, grounding down through the hands, spreading the fingers, lifting the hips up high. Walk your feet towards your hands and keep them hip distance, or if you're really flexible in the back of the hamstrings, you can have your feet together. And we'll grab your elbows and hang your head. Knees are slightly bent, a little rock from side to side. Relax your neck, your jaw, your face. And releasing the arms. Tuck your tailbone under. We begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time to standing. Once we get to the top, we roll your shoulders down, palms come forward, lengthen the spine. Close your eyes for a moment. Ground down into the earth, opening your heart space. Lifting the crown of the head up to the sky. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, leading with the heart. Inhale into a halfway lift. You can bring your hands to your shins, lengthening the spine. And exhale, fold forward. Step your right leg behind. And drop that back knee down, making sure this front foot knee in line with ankle. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, drop a little deeper into the front of the thigh, not into the lower back. So a little tilt of the hips, bringing the pubic bone forward will help align that. You open up towards your front leg and then come back through center. And other side, open up and back through center. Drop your hands down, raise your back knee, step it back to plank. I'm going to drop our knees down for our first chaturanga. Again, elbows in, down, inhale into cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes into down dog. Lift your right leg up to a three-legged dog. Try to keep your hips level to begin with. And then we open the hips, stack the hips, and bend the knee. Straighten back up, come up under the tippy toes of that left foot. You can either walk the feet up towards your hands or step them through, meeting in our forward fold. Hang the arms, tuck your tailbone. We inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, shoulders come back and down, palms forward. Tadasana. Round two, we inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Step your left leg behind, drop your back knee. Inhale, come up through center. Drop a little deeper. Twist towards your front leg. Inhale, center. And exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your hands down, lift the back knee, step it back to plank. Drop the knees, elbows in, lower the chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg up. You need to open your hip, bend the knee. Straighten back up under the tippy toes of that right foot. Either walking your feet up towards your hands or we step it through. Meeting in forward fold. Hang the arms. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale. Shoulders roll back and down, lifting the heart, the chin. Exhale, ground. Check in with our intention of AHIMSA. Presence. Kindness. Awareness of that natural rhythm within you. What does it feel like now? Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Step your right leg back. Drop the back knee down. Inhale up through center. And exhale a little deeper. This time we open up towards that front leg. Option to stay here, or we turn it into a little bit of a back bendy twist. So your back hand comes around to the leg behind you, and then you look behind, wringing out your spine. Come back through center. We go over to the other side. Option to stay, or we turn it into a back bend by dropping that back hand down, looking up towards the sky. Windmill the arms back around. Raise your back knee and step it back to plank. Now you have the choice of doing our chaturanga as we did before with the knees down. If you want to try the full, we stay in our plank, elbows tucked in, heart comes down a little bit more first. Then we come either into cobra or up dog, which is just the hands and the top of the feet on the earth. Opening up the heart. Curl the toes under and come back into our down dog. Lift the right leg up. Open up the hip. Straighten back up onto your tippy toe. Either walk the feet in or step the foot through. Actually, sorry, we need to be able to step with this one. So if you can't get the foot through, just lower yourself down and step through. But we'll meet in this low lunge position. So we want the feet to be hip distance apart, so you're not on a tightrope. Your back heel is going to drop down on a slight angle, which is our warrior one feet position. Push into that front foot, come up through center. Hips are facing forward. Inhale, straighten into that front leg. And exhale, bend the knee and open up the chest. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, bend. And again, inhale. Exhale. You're going to hinge at the hips. Reach forward. Humble warrior. Keep the strength through your spine, through your fingertips until we drop the fingers down and come into our pyramid. So trying to straighten into that front leg, still keeping the hips square. If you need blocks to prop yourself up a little higher, or even some books, anything that can help your hands raise up, absolutely do so if you need. And bend into that front knee. I'm going to walk the back foot open a little bit more. So the heel of the front foot is now in line with the middle of the back foot. And windmill ourselves up into our warrior two position. So make sure this knee isn't rolling in. You want to be able to see your big toe. Shoulders stay stacked over hips. We're not here or here. Arms nice and long. Drop your back hand down, reach up with your front hand, reverse warrior. Elbow comes down to your knee, reach over with that top arm. The option to stay here, or you can drop your hand down to your block, or bring it all the way down to the earth and align your arms straight. We'll transition through our triangle. We begin to straighten into that front leg and then push that top shoulder back, making sure your hips are still in line with your shoulders. We're not too forward or back. If your neck gets painful, you can just stay looking down. Otherwise, we turn the head up. And bend into that front knee. Bring your hands down. Rotate your back foot. I'm going to twist towards your front leg. You can drop your back knee down if you wish. Drop your hand. Drop that back knee. Shift your hips back and bring your toes up towards the sky. Deep breath here. And shift your hips forward. Walk your front foot out so the hips can open and drop down a little lower. Hands are on the inside of the foot, or you can bring your elbows down to the earth or to some blocks into our lizard pose. So here we often feel a lot of resistance in the hips. So breathe into it. Stay with the AHIMSA. Sending love and light and breath to every single cell. Feel that connection to Mother Earth through every part of you that's touching her. If you want to deepen the stretch, we can turn this into a bit of a twisted dragon. So your back leg bends and rotate. See if you can balance or even grab the foot. If this is still accessible to you, you can come down onto your elbow, or that left hand can come up onto a block to make yourself a little bit higher to grab that foot. Wherever you are, deep breath here. And we gently release. Bring that foot back in line with your hip, shifting your weight forward. And kick that back leg up towards the sky. Drop the foot down, bend into the knees. Rounding the spine, we'll roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. We inhale. Shoulders roll back and down. Exhale, Tadasana. On your next inhale, we float the arms up. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Stepping your left leg behind, drop the knee. Inhale up through center. Exhale, twist towards the front leg. Option to stay or really wringing out the spine. Unwind through center, other side. Option to stay or back bend. Windmill the arms all the way down. Raise that back knee, step it into plank. Option to drop your knees for your chaturanga, elbows tuck in, lower, coming up into your cobra or up dog, and meeting in down dog. Left leg comes up, open the hip, bend the knee. Square yourself up and step that leg all the way up in between your hands, however you need to get there. Then we plant the back foot down, hip distance apart. Foot slightly out on an angle. Push into that front foot. Inhale up, warrior one. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend and open up the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, AHIMSA. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Dive forward, reach for that humble warrior. Really pushing down through the feet. Fingers reaching for it. Bring those hands down and straighten into your front leg. Square off your hips as much as you can. Try and straighten the spine as much as you can, using those blocks to help your alignment if needed. There is no shame in using props. It's another way of nourishing your body, being kind, AHIMSA. And bend into that front leg. That back foot we're going to align, so the heel on the front foot is now in the middle of that back foot. Windmill yourself up into a warrior two. Checking your alignment. Nice and strong, feeling your inner warrior, your power, your strength. Lower your backhand, reach up, reverse warrior. Elbow comes down onto your knee, standing the arm overhead in that nice diagonal line. Now with that bottom shoulder, don't collapse into it, create space between your neck and the shoulder. And then your hand is active like you're holding a plate, that bottom hand. Option to stay, or you can drop your hand down to the floor, to your block. Top arm lengthens up towards the sky. You're going to straighten into that front leg, into our triangle. Stay connected to your breath. And bend that front knee, bring your hands down to the earth, rotate that back foot, and we twist towards the front leg. You can drop your back knee if you wish. Bring your hand down, now the back knee will drop, and shift your hips back, toes up towards the sky, lengthening into the spine. Deep breath here. Once again, option to hold on to your blocks here. This can be an intense one. And then shift your hips forward. Open your foot out to the side a little further. So then we can drop down a little lower if that is available to you. Coming back to being the observer if you've lost that. Feeling into your energy body, your natural rhythm that radiates from inside out. You can feel something just above the skin. Tune into that. That warmth, that humming, that aliveness. Option to stay here, or we come into our twisted dragon. So roll onto the outside of the foot, bend into your back knee. You can just hover here or grab the foot if that's available. Right hand can be on a block, or if you want to go deeper, bring that elbow down. Or gently release. Bring your foot back up in line with your hip. Put all of your weight into that front foot. Bring your hands forward. Kick your leg up. And then dropping the foot down. Bend into the knees. Rounding the spine. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, shoulders come down, palms come forward. Standing in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So imagine you've got tree roots growing down into the earth through your toes, through your feet, your heels. And then your crown of the head has a thread attached to the universe above. So even though our rhythm creates a bit of a sway, feel your rhythm. Your body may move slightly from side to side or forward and back or round. We are grounded, we are connected, we are supported, we are safe. Now opening the eyes and finding a drishti point, which is a focus point. You shift your weight into your right foot and bring your other leg up into our tree. You can either have the toes on the floor, knee out to the side, have it below the knee or above. Wherever you choose to go, don't collapse into that hip. Keep yourself up. Hands in prayer. Inhale the hands up through center. Exhale, opening wide. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale, down through center. Bring your leg forward, flex the hip. Opposite hand comes to knee and reach behind. Come back to center and release. Reground through that other foot. Lifting into your tree on the other side. Hands in prayer. Inhale up through center. Exhale, open wide. Inhale up. And exhale, down through center. Bringing your leg to center, flex that foot. Opposite hand to knee, reach behind. Come back to center and release. Shake it out. Alright, we'll come back up to the top of your mat. Let's bring your right foot behind your left and then holding onto your left wrist, lean to the left like a banana. We'll come back up, swap foot, swap wrist, lean to the right. Coming back to center. Come into a chair, sink the hips back, reach the arms forward, tension into the legs, grounding into the feet. Deep breath here. And exhale, fold. Lengthen into the legs as much as you can. And soften into the knees. Either step or hop back into your plank. When you come into our pigeon pose, so your right knee comes towards your right arm and then kick your foot towards your left wrist and then drop the hips down. So ideally we want the hips to be facing down with this foot towards your hip and this knee towards your right arm. Now if this is really uncomfortable, you can shift to the side if your knee and hip needs more room. Coming up onto your fingertips, we inhale, open up your heart. And exhale, fold forward. If you want to deepen the stretch into your glute, the side of your bum, then bring your foot away from your hip and make it more of a right angle. You may need to hold the foot there so it doesn't slip back. One more deep breath here. And gently coming back up. And bend into that front leg, either balancing here or if you can grab the foot, bring it in. And gently release. We'll step it back to your plank. Left knee comes forward, kick the foot to the right, square off your hips, up onto your fingertips. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, fold forward. Staying connected to AHIMSA, kindness, presence, breath, allowing. One more breath. And slowly coming up, bend into that back knee. Option to pull the heel in, twisting your shoulder back. And release. Roll onto the side of your hip, swing your back leg around. And then come a little further down your mat so there's room for you to roll back. We're going to tuck that tailbone under. We're going to roll down one vertebra at a time with control. Reach your arms up over the head, legs out long, deep breath here. And exhale, hug your left knee in towards your belly as hard as you can. Begin to pull that leg across the body. Reach behind with your arm, palm facing up. Trying to keep your shoulders connected if you can. And just putting a little bit of pressure onto the knee if that feels okay. To twist a little bit deeper. Turning your head back behind you. And come back to center, hug your knee in. And swap legs. Give it a big cuddle. Pull it across, reach behind, palm up. Come back to center, hug your knee in. And both knees in. Let's draw some circles with those knees, massaging your lower back into the earth. And back the other way. And coming into your happy baby, we flex the feet up towards the sky. You can either pull down on the backs of the thighs, the ankles, or the soles of the feet. Trying to flatten through your spine, tailbone down, shoulders down. Holding here, deep breath. And bring the feet down wide as your mat. Arms up into a cactus position, opening up the chest. If your wrists don't come down flat, open your arms until they do. You windshield wiper the legs from side to side, massaging the side of the glutes of the lower back as it rolls. And letting the legs fall over to the right. Turn your head behind. Option to deepen this stretch by hooking that bottom foot, your right foot, up onto your top knee. And unwind over to the other side. Left foot up on top of right knee. Turn your head away. Unwind, bring the soles of the feet together, opening up the groin, the hips. Let yourself just melt down into the floor here. Let go of all resistance. Feel that natural rhythm of breath. You can either stay here for your Shavasana, or if this is really uncomfortable, straighten the legs out. You can put your pillows or something behind the knees if you wish. Arms down by your side, palms facing up. And for our intention of AHIMSA, which is kindness, I want you to think of all the things you love about yourself. So it can be your physical body, your mind, your personality, your behaviors, your values, your spirit. Talk about yourself to yourself like you're talking about a loved one. And with each note, begin to feel your heart swell with unconditional love for everything that you are in this moment. Feel free to sit with this focus for as long as you like. Or instead, if you want to practice silence of the mind, instead stay with that feeling of love that you have created for yourself. How does that feel in your heart? How does your rhythm, your energy around your skin feel with that knowledge that you are perfect exactly as you are? You are not broken. You are worth loving. You are worthy. You are important. If you have trouble calming the mind and staying present, if you have the time, I highly recommend that you press pause and put on some beautiful music where you can just lose yourself in that vibrational frequency of sound, of just experiencing, to try and take you away from the thinking mind. So through the yoga practice, you have already calmed your nervous system, hopefully, and you should be in a really beautiful state right now to be able to receive. And if your time is up, we begin to wiggle into your fingers, your toes. Reach your arms up over the head. And hug those knees in, giving yourself a cuddle, feeling appreciation, respect, and love for who you are, your magnificence. Roll to your side. Just curl up in a ball for a moment. And we'll set the intention to bring AHIMSA off the mat today into your everyday life. Always asking yourself, am I being kind with my words, my thoughts, and my actions to myself and to others and to this earth? Begin to sit up into any comfortable seated position, meeting with our hands together in prayer at your heart, and feeling gratitude for everything you were just able to achieve with your physical body. Bring your hands up to your forehead. Gratitude for any moment of stillness or peace or love within the mind. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.